Hello and welcome to an amazing time to be alive. It is going to be my first cast of a tournament in Littlewargame. Now, first off, a few little key points about this tournament. There is a $100 prize point, so that's something. The entire team, which consists of 5 people, each team, have a $100 prize pool to fight for. The victory takes the $100. So you better get good and get good fast to take your well-deserved money. Tournament hoster this time is Bisharm, a lovely person from the community. So I appreciate him setting this up for us. And it's going to be interesting. It will consist of a total of 4 teams, as you can see in your screen right now. 4 teams which are going to play a round-robin style game. There is going to be a total of 3 weeks of play. We have 4 teams. 1 team will play all of the other 3 teams, and so are 3 weeks. Now, as you can see, here are the players of at least this week's Group A. There are 2 groups every week. Today, or this video, will be match 1 of Group A, and the next video will be match 1 of Group B, which are obviously going to be the contestants of the other team. Having that said, it is interesting to also note some of the point scoring capabilities. Every map that a player takes as a victory is going to be 1 point, and if you get a 2-0 victory in the best of 3 that everyone is going to play, you get an additional point for a clean sweep. So a 2-1 victory will be 2 points for the winner, 1 point for the loser, and a 2-0 victory will be 3 points for the winner and 0 for the loser. So again, you better get good and get good fast. Having that said, let's get into the first game and let's try and talk some more about the tournament details. Well, here we are. Welcome to, as Haffey says, Game 1 on Silent Fjord. The first map of the tournament is going to be played, and what a better way to start it with the following 2 people. On the bottom left-hand side with the red pieces, we have our Lord and Savior of rank 1. When it comes to the ranked gameplay in Littlewargame, it is, of course, Haffey. And his opponent trying to make at least a little bit of an upset, I'm guessing, in the top right-hand side. With the blue pieces, it is Avocadolord. Now, like I said, this is going to be very interesting. Of course, Haffey here has the advantage, being a very good player, very skilled, and like I said, the rank 1 player thus far. But Avocadolord is no slouch either. As you can see, Haffey is starting with the den opening as Avocadolord is getting his first barracks up. So it is going to be a Beast versus Rex in the first game of this tournament. Once again, there is a $100 prize point, or prize pool, I have to say, for the victors. It is game 1, but every point counts. Even if Haffey is favored, if Avocado can just take away 1 game from him, he can secure pretty much a 2-point deficit, or he can prevent a 2-point deficit. Having that said, because he, of course, himself will get 1 point, and he will deny a bonus point for Haffey. That is obviously going to be easier said than done, as Haffey is already queuing up 3 wolves and ready to send them in the opponent's base, as Avocadolord himself is doing the exact same thing, adjusting his waypoint a little bit with 2 raiders. It's a pretty standard opening so far, nothing too insane going on. If you look at the worker count, they are also pretty much the same. Avocadolord is just a little bit behind, but there is nothing really to be concerned about just yet. Haffey is continuing to make some workers though. I'm not entirely sure why Avocadolord is stopping. He might be stopping to get his second base up earlier, but it doesn't seem like it's working, as the economy is relatively the same. Actually, kind of surprises me. Oh, well, never mind. They both have 11 workers. Of course the economy is the same. Haffey just now got us 12. Avocadolord sees the first wolf of Haffey. Haffey obviously sneaks in very easily with this wolf, sees that absolutely nothing out of the ordinary is going on so far at our player in the blue. He is getting his natural base, which obviously is going to be scouted by Haffey. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, I'm surprised about that. That's probably a little bit of a misplay there. Avocado, I assume, not wanting to cancel his natural. Haffey himself, because of that, is getting his natural up just a little bit faster. Now himself also scouts that the natural is up and he knows the timing of it. And Avocadolord will scout the timing of Haffey's natural as well as a watchtower. Haffey going for a pretty solid defense over here, trying to keep the raiders out of his base. He does still have an open back door, as you can see on this map. There is an open back door that can be utilized, but so far nothing will really happen through it, as there are not that many units on either side of the field. The first wolf and the first casualty by that has been confirmed. 45 gold lost for Haffey, but it's not too big of a deal. One wolf doesn't really cut too much into it. But you know, it's still better to keep it alive, but not too big of an issue. This is also interesting. The first animal testing lab is up for Haffey, which means it's a 1 den into upgrades. It's also, if you look at this, a very nice hidden place. It's perfectly the size to just hide an animal testing lab. Well, not necessarily hide, but, you know, dent it in one more. If something does pop up, like this raider, if it would be close to here, it at least has one extra block of room of not to be scouted. I don't think he actually scouted it. No, he did not. This is going to be interesting, though. Avocadolord trying to get his third base up and running. Haffey is not even thinking about it. At least so far, none of his workers are moving out. He is definitely putting some work into his economy, but also, if you look at the wolf count, it is slowly starting to tick up. And as you can see, he's just now moving out to get his third. His third might be a little later, but he will have more workers to send to the gold mine. Having that said, having the ability to split the workers over more bases will, I assume, be in favor of Avocadolord, as the natural, or the third base is already up, as Haffey starts his one. So I assume that the economy will have a slight lead for Avocadolord. Not that much, because he has 2 workers behind, but it's a slight efficiency gain per worker. And so far. We already saw the animal testing lab. 1 attack upgrade is on the way. So far, nothing has been completed just yet. 1 wolf is almost taken down. The archer is a very nice addition for Avocadolord. This raider in the back, slowly healing some of his health. Going to see if it's going to be used properly in the micro. We can see a forge coming up from Avocadolord, trying to get his own upgrades going relatively shortly. Is getting himself a second barracks to have a little bit of an advantage when it comes to the production. Of course, the wolves are able to be pumped out relatively quickly. The barracks units take just that little bit longer, if I am correct. Yes, 5 seconds per unit. Might feel a little bit stronger, might be a little bit stronger, but wolves definitely no thing to mess with, especially when they can get the surround going. 1 attack upgrade has been finished. The second attack upgrade is on the way. Haffey putting wolves everywhere that the opponent... Well, not necessarily everywhere that the opponent would be going to expand, but at least trying to keep an eye on a possible 4th position here. Scouting everywhere else with the wolves, trying to see if there's any proxying going on. So far, nothing. Is he going to be able to find these raiders? That is actually insane. He might be able to spot them here with the wolf. Oh, this is actually interesting. Haffey with a bird is going to be nice. Is he? Yes, he does finally see them now. Doesn't move his camera there though, so you might have missed it, as this is going to be dangerous. 4 wolf dens, and I just saw a 5th, I believe, somewhere in the making. There we go. 5 wolf dens are on the way, or 4 are on the way, 5 in total, which would give him 6 dens. With a 1 attack upgrade and a second one on the way, that is going to be absolutely devastating. It's going to be interesting to see if he can keep up the production with the income that he has. I mean, 1,000 gold per minute can afford you quite some wolves and some upgrades. He definitely needs to invest into some houses. You might think, well, he still has 20 supply to play with, but if you have 6 wolf dens, that's going to be a little bit more tricky. I don't know if he wants to go for a snake charmer or something, or maybe he wants to try and get a castle or a fortress going relatively soon to maybe transition into dragons. But so far, wolves it is. There is a bird coming in from Avocadolord. It will spot everything, as he has absolutely nothing that can shoot into the air, and now he does indeed get a snake bit. This raider flashes back, which is nice to see, but yeah, Avocadolord probably not happy to see this. All of a sudden, 4 additional wolf dens pop into view. He does not know about the snake bit just yet. He does not know about that wolf den just yet. But does Haffey know about this 4th? No, he does not. Production is slowly getting increased by Avocadolord himself as well. Did manage to get a 3rd barracks so far, has 1 armor upgrade going. I'm not entirely sure if I'm happy with the armor upgrade over the attack upgrade, as he does not have too many soldiers just yet. Is getting them added to his army little by little, getting a nice split going between soldiers and archers, so he will definitely get some use out of it because of these soldiers being extremely tanky already. But I'm not entirely sure what I would prefer to see. Having that said, there is a watchtower at the 4th. 2 more barracks are being constructed at the 3rd. There is no other watchtowers. There's no real need for it just yet. Wolves spread all across the map. Very nice to see. This raider almost going down. Is it actually going down? No, it will just be safe enough. But this is going to be dangerous. Attack upgrades have been finished for Haffey. He has 2 attack upgrades in. The 3rd one is halfway done. Only 50 seconds remaining on that. He's making 6 snakes at the same time, and snakes with the attack speed and the attack upgrades can deal a ton of damage. This seems like a very tricky situation for Avocadolord to be in. He might want to go for a workshop instead of maybe some more barracks, get some catapults in. A church, I'm not entirely sure if that would be a great addition. If anything, I would assume that a mage guild might be a little bit better in order for him to slow down this army with some mages. To maybe, once again, add some catapults so that they can deal plenty of damage instead. But look at this, Haffey trying to distract the army in the front, but in the meantime he is going to wrap around. He himself got a 4th, is going to get a workshop for some mech play. But yeah, Avocadolord does spot this immediately, might have seen this coming, but all of these workers are probably going to go down relatively quickly. The 3rd attack upgrade is done, so Haffey has a perfect timing for this. All of the workers here are going down slowly. You can see the number go up. 7 workers have gone down so far. This watchtower is going to go down relatively quickly. Absolutely nothing Avocadolord's army over here is going to do. All of these units are going to die. And in the meantime, this wolf and snake army can just continue to run away. The movement speed of Haffey's army is just higher than that one of Avocadolord, so he cannot afford to just hunt all of the units down. Avocadolord needs to move his army back to his base. There is absolutely nothing Avocadolord can really do against this. Haffey can just keep continuing to kite back over and over and over again, as he is constructing more and more workshops. 2 more workshops are going down, one is already finished. He's also getting an advanced workshop to probably get some airships, yeah, together with catapults, get himself in a position where he can do some catadrops. This, however, is relatively nice to see from Avocadolord, trying to do some damage in return. Does have 2 armor upgrades completed, but is it going to be enough versus the 3 attack upgrades from a player in the red? There's also just so much army from Haffey. Double upgrades, nice to see from Avocadolord, but I think that this is just going to get hunted down, and it's just not going to be enough so far. One snake trying to also attack from the back. These 2 archers not really going to be doing anything, and this is just going to get cleaned up. In the meantime, catapults are being made 3 at a time. 4 wolves and 2 snakes are added into the fray as well. Haffey is almost at maximum supply, while Avocadolord is just sitting at 90, and it's going down. 5 soldiers at the same time, though, is very nice to see, but I have a feeling that when the snakes are faster than the soldiers, that the snakes can just kite them all the way down. Priests with the healing totems could be a nice addition, but I still would have loved to see some catapults from our player in the blue as well. Not entirely sure if that would have been the best decision, but it definitely would not have been a bad one. 6 wolves at the same time, 2 catapults, another airship. I have a feeling that, yep, over here the first airship harassment will start. This base is going to be safe for now, as the army is going to be hunted back at least a little bit. Or pushed back at least a little bit. Over here, look at the amount of kills. 8 kills so far, and even more as the entire worker line over here gets demolished. That is not good to see. If you look at the income, it's half of that of Haffey's. It is not great. This base is being constructed, but I don't think it's going to get finished. This church is going to be under fire relatively shortly. Priest comes out, does manage to get a healing totem down. It's not really that effective, it's not a lot of units are actually making use of that healing totem. It just feels bad. It's an upgrade advantage, I want to say, for a player in the blue, but if you just look at the army, it is absolutely insane. None of the catapults are actually in this battle just yet, as over here just more and more gets taken down. I have a feeling that Haffey is just going to take this one, and indeed, Avocadolord GG's out, and Haffey takes the first game of the series. It's a great start from the team. The Fellowship, Haffey being the captain, is getting a great example in right now. It's going to put our team, the Bro League, in a tough position. Avocadolord needs to win this game in order to prevent Haffey to secure 3 points for his team and get a great first match start. But it is not looking great so far. But, you know, you never know. You never know what happens in tournament settings, so let's get into the next game and see if Avocadolord can do it. And maybe he can, because this world is better known as Ravaged, and everyone knows Ravaged. Having that said though, well, maybe he can, but I assume Haffey also has a lot of experience on Ravaged, so it might actually not be in his favor. We will see though, as in the top left hand side on Ravaged with the red pieces this time, maybe he has a color advantage. It's Avocadolord. Which he says, time to pull out the cheese builds. Maybe try to put Haffey on a bad foot, but I don't think it will happen. Because on the bottom right hand side with the blue pieces this time, Haffey is going to get... He's going to just feel like he will get more MMR, because he got all of his MMR defending against cheeses. A little bit of a mind game between these two. And we see once again Haffey starting with the den, and Avocadolord starting with a barracks. And he just says that he hopes that Haffey disconnects. Maybe get a cheeky win that way. It's his favorite strategy. Well, I hope the best for you, Avocadolord, because it is an uphill battle for you, my dude. But I believe in you. I believe in you. Reverse sweeps happen all the time. And the 2-0 stomp is also interesting and fun to see, but we always want a best of 3 to go all the way. So, will Haffey go for the wolf? The den is finished, and there we see the classic 3 wolves in the queue, and as expected, also a raider for Avocadolord. I assume another raider will be put in the queue as the first wolf runs out to the opponent's base. And there we go, second raider queued. It is interesting to see though, that I assume, starting at the exact same time, that our player in the blue is more on top of his worker production. Maybe Avocadolord now is going to try a faster expand than he did before, but again, he is sticking on 11 workers for the moment. Haffey, however, continuing his worker production, is going to have his 12th continued and continue to be getting his 13th. I assume for when his natural base gets completed to have a more efficient split, because he can get more workers split off, of course, saturate more bases more quickly, and overall it would still increase the income. Having that said though, you could get a faster natural by not making the workers, but as you can see, Avocadolord is behind 2 workers and is behind on his natural, so he is losing out on both of the sides there. This Wolf of Haffey is... Avocadolord. You had to A-move, man. You just had to A-move. Nice flash though to take it down. But in the meantime, I feel like he... No, he did not lose his second raider, as it is right in front of the natural of Haffey. Once again, getting a watchtower here, probably to mitigate some frontal push, even though this is a relative interesting placement. I assume he wants to get the watchtower so it covers his ramp a little bit as well, but I think it might just be a little bit out of range on his gold mine. Having that said, the watchtower over here will definitely get some more value, I assume, because everything needs to go through here. With the previous map, Silent Fjord, you obviously had a way through the back to get into the base, so having the tower at the gold mine specifically at the other side of the castle is probably a better placement, because this just needs to cover the frontal. As you can see, 1 hit, 2 hits taken already, and no backline to defend. 1 worker has been taken down, very nice. However, the wolves are slightly faster, so these 2 raiders with no energy for another flash are being hunted just a little bit. The wolf once again makes his way in. A relatively fast third once again for Avocadolord. Curious to see what Haffey will do, but people who have been paying attention to the production tab and now also to the screen know exactly what Haffey is doing. It is a little bit more aggressive than the previous game. But, actually, yes, okay, there's a worker somewhere behind here. Probably right behind this pillar here. But 3 dens are going to be completed Does Avocadolord know of this? No, of course he does not. Does Haffey know of the third base? No, he does not. Having that said though, income is flip-flopping a little bit between them, still relatively similar to all of them. But the trades are in Avocadolord's favor. But how long is that actually going to last? There is one barracks done, there is another one on the way, and a forge is on the way, which is nice to see, but Avocadolord does spot the wolf, does spot 2 wolves running out. He is probably going to start to get into some defensive mode. 4 wolves getting to his third, there is nothing to defend. Some workers undoubtedly will go down, or is it going to be just enough to hold back this small little push? It seems like it this far. But yeah, there is a lot of production coming from Haffey now. 50 supply versus 36. Haffey does have a little bit of a supply block, which is kind of uncharacteristic for him. But I assume that he is also going to risk some wolves being taken down here. So he's not going to be supply blocked for long as his house gets completed. As another round of production starts, wolves also died, so that is a pretty nice way to roll it up. Soldiers are being put into the mix. I'm not entirely sure if I prefer the soldiers here or if I would prefer some more raiders. Soldiers definitely a lot tankier though, and the raiders with the maneuverability might be in a little bit of an advantageous position here. Both, though, a decent choice, as well as obviously the forge with the armor upgrade gives the soldiers the ability to just tank so much more. Having that said though, it's not nice to see that 6 workers of Avocadolord have been going down, and there is just a continuous stream of wolves being produced and just being sent in to hammer down on Avocadolord's doorstep. Slowly and steadily, some workers are being taken, or some wolves are being taken to low health, but there is no focus fire from a player in the red. Not that nice to see. Also, his army is split up a little bit. The wolf count of Haffey is getting very high. 18 wolves versus 4 soldiers and 2 raiders. Not what you like to see. Maybe with a little bit of a choke area over here, it might be in an advantageous position slightly for a player in the red, but still, 18 wolves are plenty to deal with. More and more wolves are running across the map. Haffey himself taking a 3rd base behind this. The 3rd of Avocadolord is obviously still behind enemy lines at this point. It's not going to be focused down, there is no need to do so. But any worker that is coming out of this castle is going to be taken out immediately. Avocadolord is going to try and engage all of these wolves. Is going to be a great idea though, I'm not entirely sure. His 1 armor did finish, but is it going to be enough? I highly doubt it. More and more wolves are slowly finding these surrounded. The soldiers though deal plenty of damage, and as I said, they are very tanky. So maybe it might just be enough to hold them off for just a little while. But the 5th den is going to be constructed. There is no animal testing lab thus far for Haffey, which is interesting to see. In the previous game he was on it very much so. 2 wolves over here are idling a little bit. But apart from that, a nice run-in from a player in the blue. A nice catch by Avocadolord as well, but it's not going to catch everything. These wolves just running around. As I believe, was Avocadolord attacking his own castle? Yeah, that's never nice to see. These workers, though, are doing some work on the wolves. Workers surprisingly efficient when it comes to fighting. But all of these wolves are just a nuisance for Avocadolord. His income has dropped significantly. All of the wolves just trying to take... All of the workers just trying to take down the wolves, and once again, as the army is moved over to the natural, Haffey pulls in back the wolves into the 3rd. Workers once again migrating. Once again, if you look at the income, just absolutely abysmal for a player in the red. as Haffey himself just keeps ramping up. 3 workshops once again are in construction. He's going for the mech transition, or at least the inclusion of plenty of mech, which is very nice and interesting to see. The wolf production stopped momentarily, but now once again 4 wolves have been created, and this is not good for Avocadolord. He was supply blocked for just a second, and as you can see, Avocadolord is not happy. He knows that he is on a very, very tough uphill battle. Once again, the army moves to the left, 2 more wolves move in from the right. He is being attacked from everywhere. He knows that his economy is not up to par. He knows, I believe, absolutely nothing that is going on in Haffey's base. He doesn't know anything about the workshop. He can only imagine how much production that he must have and how many bases he must have, but he is very busy at his own bases. Having that said, the units lost, or the gold lost, is relatively similar. It is only a deficit. Well, actually, it is a deficit of 200 gold, and Haffey is disadvantage. So when it comes to the total trades, Avocadolord is doing pretty well. But if you look at the total economy, he is 800 gold behind, and as well, just a total of 6 workers. Haffey still has the upper hand. He can afford his trades being less efficient, as his income is much higher. Again, tough position to be in. Avocadolord, once again, being supply blocked. His houses are going to keep getting destroyed by some wolves. He does have 2 armor upgrades, getting his 3rd armor upgrade. Very nice to see, but these wolves once again just wrapping around the field and once again running into the 3rd, as Avocadolord is, I assume, out of desperation, going to try and get a counter-offensive going. But little does he know, as he reaches Haffey's base, there are catapults waiting for him. Boom, 1 hit. Will he get a 2nd hit in? He might just keep on running, get him onto the high ground. Absolutely nothing that he can do. More and more workers are being moved back from the 3rd to the natural. Wolves just going to keep on attacking from there. 4 catapults just going to wreak havoc on the entire army of Avocadolord. He needs to keep having it on the move. He needs to focus down this catapult. Does manage to take it down, but these 3 and this catapult are just having a day at the fair. Wolves getting into the main base. All of these, for some reason, not mining, not paying attention to it, as this army is just going to be taken down. Obviously trying to pay attention over here. Archer is going to be taken down. Every shot of these catapults are going to be absolutely devastating. Has a total of 8 catapults ready to go. Doesn't have any upgrades for him this far, but all of these catapults can deal plenty and plenty and plenty of damage. The entire army of Avocadolord is going to go down. More and more damage and distraction is happening inside of his own base. It has been cleaned up so far, but more wolves are ready to strike. Some wolves over here still going to clean it up. 1 archer going to be taken down, another archer going to be taken down by that wolf, and over here just a few more nibbles from the friendly blue creatures. And this archer is going down as well. Did manage to take down a wolf, so a slight consolation. But this is going to be painful. 7 soldiers and 3 archers against 17 wolves, 9 catapults, and an airship with the catapult has joined now as well. 3 armor upgrades for Avocadolord are very nice, but I don't think it's going to be enough to keep the army at bay. As you can see, Haffey is going to attack on multiple sides. 1 wolf section will probably attack the 3rd. The catapults are going to take down the natural. And there is also 2 catapults and some wolves trying to take down this 4th base, or maybe he's even going to fly his catapults in to the main base and take down the gold mine that way. Wolves move away the workers. It is kind of sad to see Haffey not focusing down on the worker line movement. But so far, so good. Catapults are spread out very nicely, nothing being clumped up so none of them can actually shoot. They can actually help defend against each other, and like I said, 2 catapults being dropped in the main base, all of these workers are going to be taken down one shot at a time. The wolves into the natural, and I believe with this multi-prong attack that it is just a matter of time for Avocadolord to once again GG out. And there we go. Haffey takes the second game and takes the 2-0 lead. So, it's a 2-0 for Haffey, a clean sweep for the first game of Group A. That allows the Fellowship to take 2 maps, and with the clean sweep, take 3 points instead of 2, and have a great start to this competition. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the first game of the Pro League. Not all of them will be such decisive games as we've seen so far. Avocadolord, a very nice attempt. We know that it's very tough to take a game from Haffey. He's the rank 1 player for a reason, but a valiant effort nonetheless. But yes, that is going to be the first game. Haffey takes the 2-0 lead and an early lead for the Fellowship. Can Pro League fight back? We shall see in 2 games time, because first up next it is going to be Team Holy versus Team Enderg. First game of Group B. See you then, and until then, have a great day, my dudes.